Hello.
Hello?
Hi. I can hear you now. Can you?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So, how have you been?
Thank you very much.
Okay, good. Shirin, how about you? How are you?
I'm pretty good, thank you.
Okay, good.
How about you?
I'm fine, thank you. So, who wants to go first for the review?
Yes, me.
From the next session, me.
Okay, okay. Okay, good.
Okay.
Without any doubt.
Without a sure, of course. I believe you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. The title was Laughter, the best medicine is the best medicine. It was eliminated. And the first word is a star.
Laughter or laughter?
Laughter, of
Laughter.
course, yes. She said laughter, right?
Startle.
You said laughter, right?
Yes.
Okay, we heard laughter.
Startle is a verb. It means to make someone suddenly surprised or slightly shocked. The next one is intruder. Is a noun, and it means someone who illegally enter a buildings or area.
No.
Usually,
Shirin, don't read it like that. Okay, I know you go look them up in dictionaries. That's a good thing that you do. But when you're talking about them, when you're reviewing, don't read from the notes. Make your own sentences, okay? Make your own sentences, okay? So again, intrude.
intrude someone who illegally enter a building.
No.
And
No. Say it again.
Enter.
Someone who illegally enters a building.
Shirin, a building, not a buildings. Okay, and enters, not enters. Enters, and intrude is the verb. Intruder is the noun. Okay, so focus again from the top.
Intruder is a noun. It means someone who illegally enters a building.
Enters a building. This one is enter. It means bury. To put under the ground. This one is enter. Enters a building.
Enters a building in order to steal something.
Yes.
The next one was difference between rob and steal. Rob, it means to steal money or property, valuable things from a person or from the bank.
Yes, from any place.
And
could be any place, like a museum. And Shirin, the pronunciation is valuable. Don't say valuable. Valuable.
Valuable.
Go on.
And steal is a verb. It means to take something that belongs to someone else without permission.
Yes, without permission.
Yes. The next one was go. It's informal, and in this sentence, it means to say something. And to say something. And repent, it's a verb, it's a formal verb, and when you, for example, go to the church and you want God forgive you.
No, make that sentence again, please. Pay attention to the verb.
Okay. When someone goes to, for example, to the church, And for example, he wants to wants God to
Very good.
forgive him.
Very good.
Uh-huh.
Very good.
And the next one is baptize.
Yes.
Baptize is a verb. It's a perform.
Men's.
When
It's a performance, not perform. Perform is the verb.
It's a performance of baptism.
Yes.
And baptism is a kind of ceremony. Proverb?
Clergyman.
No.
Proverb means ضرب المثل.
No. Purse.
Purse means, that's priest, dear, not purse. Purse is this.
Oh, priest.
This is priest, and this one is purse. Your purse is the small bag in which you put your things, your money, etc. That's your purse.
Purse. And the churchman do this ceremony.
Does the
ceremony. And the next one is a burglar. Burglar, someone who goes into houses or shops to steal something. And the next one is to stop somebody dead in their tracks. And we can use halt also. Stop or halt dead in your tracks. It means suddenly stop because something has frightened you.
Yes.
And
not just
next
frightened.
one is
not just frightened. It could be other things too.
Or
you're not able to move
or surprised
or talk for some
or
months.
surprised. The next one is cough. When the police officer puts handcuff on somebody.
Yes. And what was the verb? What was the verb?
It's a verb.
It's a verb too.
What was the verb?
Okay, it's a verb too. What was the example?
Example. The officer cuffed the man to take him in.
Yes, very good.
Yes. Take in is a phrasal verb, and in this sentence it means to take somebody to the jail. And the next one is a scripture, is a noun, and the holy book of a particular religion.
Yes, the holy book.
And the last one, is stunned. It's an adjective. When someone shocked,
Shouldn't. Not when someone's shocked. When someone is shocked. Okay, shock means شوکه کردن. In order to say شوکه شدن, you have to turn it into passive. When someone is shocked.
Okay. When someone is shocked, can't and he or she can't move his or her body.
Yes. Instead of saying he or she, you can say they. When someone is
Okay.
shocked and they cannot move, you can say that.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that was it.
That was it.
I
Okay, thank you very
didn't
much.
read my. I didn't read from my notebook.
Oh, did you throw it away?
No, but right now you said say from yourself.
Yes,
I
yes.
just looked to the word and I said myself. I
Very
didn't
good.
read it.
Very good. Don't read from it. Just make your own sentences. That's
Okay.
better. So what
Okay.
happened to the notebook?
Thank you. Yes.
What happened to the notebook?
Mm, I like my notebook.
Okay, so it still exists. Okay, good.
Yes,
So
it's
let's.
very nice.
Mhm.
When I want to buy it, I search for very beautiful notebook
Mhm.
because I like you and your class, and I
Thank
like
you.
my notebook too.
I know, but as long as you know that it exists, you're sure that whenever you forget something that's in the notebook, you can turn to the notebook and find it. So you
Okay.
won't be able to memorize everything. It helps. Maybe it's different for you. I hope it's different for you.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay.
So let's start today's article. Bezat, would you please start reading it if you can see the screen? Let me
Yeah, I
highlight.
can see.
Article.
Okay, then highlight that.
Yes.
First, please read the title.
Affairs.
Yes. Analysis, global affairs.
Yes.
Eyes averted.
Yes.
Enemies of democracy thrive
Mhm.
while the circus continues.
Yes. Eyes averted. Do you know the meaning of the word avert?
Yeah,
What does it mean?
I know avert
Mhm.
from, medical context,
What does it mean?
but here avert, for example, when something happens to a patient,
Mhm.
and because of that,
Mhm.
the their eyes are not in the are not straight or in the right angle. They have aversion. I think
Mhm.
maybe the angle of their eyes are not normal. I think.
I see. That's correct. That's exactly what it means. But what you
Yes.
mentioned is a medical condition. The patient is not able
Yes.
to look straight into your eyes, right? They can only look at you
Yes.
sideways. But avert means to look away. It means to look away.
Look away.
Look away. Yes. For
Yes.
example, when I don't know, a patient, I don't know, not a patient. Someone wants to change their clothes, you avert your eyes. You cover your eyes by your hands, or you look away. That's aversion. You avert your eyes.
Yes. Yes.
But in here, eyes averted, and it's a political text. Enemies of democracy thrive while the circus continues. Of course, you need to read the text, the article, to understand exactly what they mean by it. But do you have any guesses? What does eyes averted mean in here?
Maybe um um maybe the the way that people like something
Mm-hmm.
has changed.
No, it doesn't mean that.
Or
You watched Friends a lot, right? You, Bezod, and Shirin. Do you remember the episode
yes,
in which Fun Bobby is back? Fun Bobby, do you remember him?
Fun Bobby. No, I
One.
haven't seen that.
How
That
about you,
episode.
Shirin?
No,
No.
I have never seen
you never
Friends.
saw
I
it.
don't
Okay,
like
you've never
it.
watched it.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
but maybe you have, because you said once that you watch chunks of the movie, the series. It's Fun Bobby is one of Monica's boyfriends who says, "Okay, avert your eyes, public display of emotions." Maybe you'll see it one day. Okay, I just wanted to.
The guy who is very tall.
Yes, and always drunk.
Yes, yeah, I know him.
Okay, so you know him. When he wants to kiss Monica, he says, "Public
Yeah.
display of emotions, you can avert your eyes." Do you remember that part? Maybe you watch it again and then you'll
Mm,
remember this time.
yes, yes.
I just
You
wanted
can
to.
avert your,
Mm-hmm,
yeah.
mm-hmm.
Maybe you can, here it means you can ignore.
Very
You,
good, yes. You can
yeah,
ignore, or they actually are ignoring something. They're actually ignoring
yeah,
something. So eyes averted.
yeah.
Averted is the past participle of avert. Eyes averted.
Avert, yes.
Enemies of democracy thrive. What does thrive mean, Bezat?
Thrive to be stronger.
Yes, very good. To grow, to become
Or,
stronger,
yeah,
yes. While this circus
yes,
continues. You know the meaning of circus, right?
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Shirin, how about you? You know what circus means? No, not
Circus,
circus. It's circus. Circus, not circus.
like cycle.
No, no, no. It's just what it
Cycle.
is. It's very easy. Bezat, what is it in Farsi?
چرخه.
No, I thought you knew that. No, circus. It's not a circle. It's a circus.
Aha, circus continues. Maybe
Mm-hmm.
maybe the things that are happening during the election are like a circus for people.
Yes, but what is circus in Farsi?
Yes. Cirque.
Yes, very good. Cirque, okay? It's a circus. When do we say that? Even in Farsi, we use it the same way. When do we use the word circus? We're serious and we're not actually talking about a circus, but we call something or some event a circus. What do we mean?
Maybe when something is not serious
Mhm.
and or can I say when when something is chaotic?
I don't think it's chaotic. No, I don't think so. But as you said, it's not
Mhm.
serious. It's just for entertainment. And it's ridiculous.
Yes.
It's ridiculous.
Yes.
Ridiculous.
Yes. Ridiculous. Yeah.
Yeah, we use it the same way in Farsi. Okay, would you please read the first paragraph?
By Simon Tisdall.
Mhm.
Believe it or not,
Mhm.
the world did not stop turning on its axis because of the U.S. election and ensuring disputes.
No, it's not ensuring.
Ensuing.
Yes, ensuing disputes. Okay, that was the first sentence, not the first paragraph, but that's enough. Believe it or not, okay, you know that. The world did not stop
Yes.
turning on its axis. Can you explain what this means? The world did not stop turning on its axis.
The world did not stop turning on its axis. Oh yeah. Maybe it wants to say that a U.S. election is not that important that the rest of the world maybe has stopped their affairs because of this election. It means that the they move forward,
Yes, they move
or
forward.
they have their daily routine. I mean, the rest of the world.
Yes. And of course, by the world, the author actually means the earth, not the world. You know the meaning of access, right? Access?
Yes.
What does it mean in Farsi?
Yeah. محور.
Yes, mehvar. Does it remind you of anything from the time when George W. Bush was the American president? He called.
محور شرارت.
Yeah. What was it
Yeah.
in English? They used to say it a lot on the news.
Yeah.
What was it?
What is شرارت?
It's from the discussion class we had some sessions ago. Good or what's the opposite of good? Evil.
Evil.
Yeah, so that's
Evil
axis.
axis.
No. They said axis of evil. Maybe if you
Axis
say
of
evil
evil.
axis is correct, but what they used to say at that time was axis of evil. Axis of evil. They used to say it a lot on TV
Yes,
and
yes.
radio. So he called Iran axis of evil at that time. So it's an axis.
Yes.
And of course, the author means that the earth did not stop turning on its axis. And there's a short version of this expression. The world did not stop. The world does not stop. The world will not stop. We have an equivalent in Farsi. When we want to tell someone, don't worry so much. This thing that you're worried about is not that important. Even if, I don't know, this happens or doesn't, the world will not stop. What do we say in Farsi?
دنیا به آخر
Very
نرسیده.
good, excellent, yes. به آخر نرسیده، به آخر نمیرسه. The world به آخر نرسید. Depends on the tense. Does not stop. And this is the longer version. The world did not stop turning on its axis because of the US election and ensuing disputes. What does disputes mean, Besat?
Dispute means no, that is the point. Dispute means battle.
Yes, very good. What kind of it? You mean physical? Does it mean a physical battle?
No, it is not physical.
Can you give me an
disputes, it's
a synonym? Give me a synonym in English. Instead of dispute, what else can you say?
Debate.
Yes. Or argument. Yes, of course. Yeah. So disputes in here is plural form of dispute. And ensuing, before telling me the meaning of the word ensuing, tell me it's part of a speech. Is it a verb, an adverb, an adjective, a noun? What is it?
And stop turning on its axis because of the US election and ensuing disputes. So it wants to say the world did not stop ensuing disputes.
No. Just the word ensuing. What is the part of speech? Part of a speech means
Ensuing.
whether it's a verb or an adverb or an adjective or a noun. For example, beautiful.
Disputes.
What is the part of speech of the word beautiful? It's an adjective. And now how about
ensuing is verb?
No, it's not a verb.
Adjective.
Yes, it's an adjective. In here, ensuing is an adjective. Of course, there's a verb version that's ensue. Ensue is the root and it's the verb. Ensue. But what does ensuing disputes mean in English?
Believe it or not, did not stop turning on its axis because of the US election and ensuing disputes. Dispute battle. I don't know.
Guess. Of course, if you knew, you'd say it. You'd say it fast, but I want you to guess.
Because of the US election and
It's soon as soon.
No, it doesn't have
ensue.
anything to do with sue, no. The root
It's,
is ensue.
as you said, it's an adjective for dispute.
Yes.
Dispute means battle
Yes, an
and a
argument.
kind of battle.
Argument. So
Yes,
ensuing means what kind of argument? Just take a guess.
maybe endless.
No, because it does end, you know. When the election is over, the disputes are over.
Yes.
Result?
Very good, very close, but it doesn't mean result exactly, but you're very much close. Did you look it up or did you just say it, Shirin? Shirin,
No, I guess.
you just said it. Very good. Very good guess. So, another guess. You're very much close. Ensue means happening after something. The ensuing disputes, the elections happened and there were disputes afterwards. When something ensues, it happens after something else. Okay? Like, for example, the ensuing silence. The ensuing silence after the encounter. You're angry with
After
someone.
what?
The encounter. You're angry with someone, for example. You don't want to talk to them.
Yes.
After 2 years, you've always rejected their phone calls and everything. And after 2 years, you see them in the street. And that's an encounter. You didn't expect that. After you see each other, it's awkward. You don't say anything. You're silent, both of you. The ensuing silence happens after that awkward encounter. It's a formal word. You don't usually say it in conversation. Okay?
Can I say, for example, following disputes?
Following, yes, of course. Of course you can say it. Yes, exactly. Okay, would you please read the rest?
In the age of Donald Trump, narcissism.
No.
Yes.
No.
Narcissism.
Yes, very good. Narcissism.
Spreads like the plague.
Yes, very good. Okay, Shirin, tell me this. In the age of Donald Trump, what does it mean? What does the author want to say?
The age of Donald Trump.
You must have heard in the age of before, right? In the age of. Visit, can you give me can you give me an example of in the age of something?
In the age of Ahmadinejad.
Okay, that's what you just made up, right? I never heard that before. But that's a good example, of course. You can say in the age of what? If you have heard in the age of before, what was it of? In the age of what? Bezat, if you know an example.
In the age of ice, for example.
Yes. Yes. Or in the age of computers. What does it mean when we say in the age of something? What do we mean by it?
In that period.
Okay, in that period. Okay, well, a little bit more. Explain more.
When Donald Trump was president?
Do we say that about everyone? Do we say, for example, in the age of Khatami, in the age of Rouhani? We don't say that. For example, I cannot say in the age of Shirin, in the age of Behzad. We don't say that. So something must happen so that we call an age in the age of something. For example, when we say in the age of computers, what do we mean when we say in the age of computers?
maybe in that specific period we have the significant improvement in something like, for example, electronics and computers.
Yes.
Or in the age of Donald Trump, maybe we have we encountered what, narcissism and everything. Yeah,
Okay, very good.
everything that
That's a very good explanation, but
is
I need something
specifically
else.
related to him.
What did you say? Would you please say it again? What did you say?
Yeah, for example, in the age of Donald Trump, we had a lot of things that are specifically related to him and his government.
Very good. So you're closer, but I need a better answer. You're very much close. All you said was correct, but I need a better answer. Okay, a clearer one. When we say in the age of something, for example, do we call the 1800s the age of computers? Do we say that?
No, it's for a maybe short time.
That's not the significance of it. No, it could be, of course, short, could be, but that's not why we call it the age of something. In the age of information technology. What did you say?
The time of beginning. The time of beginning
No.
something.
Not exactly. Not the beginning of something. You're a bit closer, but not beginning of it. Just think deeper. When we talk about the age of something.
Like a revolution and like big changes.
What did you say after revolution? And what?
Big changes.
Big changes. Okay, close, but not exactly what I want. For example, when it's the age of computer or information technology, that is what's dominant. The dominance of that thing is important. Okay, for example, at the age of iron, human beings used iron. They had learned how to use it. Okay, at the age of ice, the earth was covered with ice. That was dominant. So in the age of Donald Trump, who's dominant or whose ideas are dominant? Donald Trump's.
Donald Trump.
Yes, Donald Trump's. Ideas like what? Ideas or, you know, the effects of him, like narcissism. Narcissism. What's narcissism, Behzad?
Narcissism, maybe it's a kind of نجات پرستی بود.
Racism, you mean?
Racial.
No, racism.
Yes.
No, it doesn't mean racism, no. Shireen, you? Narcissism. Narcissism is a noun. You must have heard the adjective form. What is the adjective form of narcissism?
Narcissist.
Narcissist. Narcissist, yes. Who do we call a narcissist?
Narcissist, maybe someone who loves himself.
Very good, yes. There's another word for it, when someone loves himself. In English.
It's does it have something to do with ego and?
Of course, you could say egoistic, yes. You could call them that.
Yes.
How do you say that in Farsi?
خودپرست.
Yes, خودشیفته. Also خودپرست, خودشیفته. But do you know where it comes from?
Narcissist. No.
Nothing? Not at all? It comes from Greek mythology. There's a story behind it. Does it remind you of anything else? Narcissus.
No.
Narcissus. It doesn't remind you of anything else? It's a very...
About Germany?
Germany? You mean Nazi Germany?
Oh,
No,
yes.
that's something else. No, it's the name of a flower.
Flower?
Yes. Narcissus.
Nargis.
Yes, very good. Yes.
Nargis.
Yes, say it out loud. Nargis. Yes, exactly. Narcissus is a flower. It was in Greek mythology, there was a beautiful man, a hunter, who fell in love with himself. He saw his own reflection in water, and he fell in love with himself. And he thought that he was very beautiful. And then he always stared at his own reflection in water. And he fell in love with himself, and then he stirred and stirred until he turned into a flower that we call narcissus these days. So people who love themselves and are خودشیفته, we call them narcissists.
Narcissist, yes.
And Donald Trump is famous for being a narcissist. He loves himself and he thinks that he's very important and stuff. So Beza, in the age of Donald Trump, narcissism spreads like the plague. Could you explain, please, what the plague is?
Plague?
Yes, the plague, yes.
Plague, when, for example, we have a virus which is widespread, like, plague or other diseases. We can say, in general English, it's like a plague, which is like ta'un,
Yes,
for
very
example.
good. But why do we say that? There are other diseases like, I don't know, the flu. Why don't we say it's like the flu? Why do we say it's like the plague?
Because it annoys everyone.
It annoys everyone.
But
It means that, yes, when something plagues you, because plague is a verb too. It means annoy, as you said it. It plagues me. It means it annoys me. But why? Why do we use the name of this disease? Why do we use this disease? Not, for example, cholera. That's another disease. Why don't we say it choleras me?
Maybe it's because of its spread all over the world.
Yes. When?
At the age of Donald Trump.
No. Come on. When was the plague everywhere in the world?
Oh, plague! Yeah, plague was. We have epidemic of, or maybe pandemic of plague in the old days.
Yes, in the old ages.
Maybe yes.
And a lot of people died because of it. They couldn't escape it. And I read somewhere that they even at the start of it, they started burning some people because they thought that they were the cause. I think they were Jews, I think. They started burning Jews because they said they're the reason why there is the plague exists. That's why. Okay, so Shirin, would you please read the rest? But
yeah, sure. But the longer the wrangling
yes.
wrangling continues, the greater the collateral damage to America's global reputation and to less fortunate states and people who rely on the U.S. and the Western allies to fly the flag. Allies to fly the flag for democracy.
Yes. But the longer the wrangling continues, the greater the collateral damage to America's global reputation. The longer the wrangling continues. What does wrangling mean, Shireen?
Wrangling. Wrangling. Argument.
Yes, very good. What kind of it? Yes. Wrangling means argument. A long one. It's a long one.
Long.
When an argument is long, too long, it's boring. For example, a wrangling over the price of something. Okay, you want to, I don't know, produce something. You produce something, Shireen, and you say, okay, I want to sell it for $500. And then Bezat says, no, it must be $800. And then you have a dispute. When it's a long one, it's a wrangling. You had a wrangling over the price of it, for example. So the wrangling in here, the wrangling of what? The wrangling of the disputes continues, the greater the collateral damage. What's a collateral damage? I'm sure you know the meaning of the word damage, but collateral?
The collateral damage.
Yes.
Collateral. At the same time?
No. Collateral in medicine, when we have a main vessel and you have a problem in main vessel, for example, because of the disease. And at this time, you can use collateral vessels. Collateral maybe parallel.
Okay, very good. Very close, but not exactly. Very close. Can you explain more about that medical condition that you said? Give me an example if you can.
Yeah, for example, in heart attack, when we have the blockage of the vessel or the main vessel, if you have enough and good collateral vessels, in this situation, the body tries to, use collateral vessels to overcome the blockage in the main vessel.
Very good.
And we say collateral vessels, and they are not main. But,
very good, exactly. So you gave the answer. They're not the main ones. They're not the main ones.
Yes.
So if a damage is a collateral damage, it means?
It means other damages,
very good.
other than main,
very good, exactly.
besides the main damage.
Exactly. It's a term that is used in wars. If you listen to the news, you hear this a lot. You would hear it a lot if you listen to the news when the US had attacked Iraq and Afghanistan. There were collateral damages. Collateral damage. For example, they wanted to bomb, for example, I don't know, one governmental building. And when they did it, when they, I don't know, sent rockets and stuff, some civilians would die too. They didn't want to do that. That was not their main purpose. Their main purpose was not killing the civilians, the ordinary people.
Yes.
That would be the collateral damage.
Collateral damage, yeah, thank you.
That's not the main damage they wanted, no. It's something that happened and they didn't want it to happen, but it happened. The damage they did want to happen was the government, the building that they wanted to destroy. How do you say it in Farsi?
And we can say, and these kind of damages are inevitable.
Inevitable, yes. But they say that because of the modern machinery that they use for war, they minimize it.
Yeah.
In the past, if they wanted to, I don't know, destroy a building in the middle of Tehran, for example, 40 years ago, when we had the war between Iran and Iraq, they had to kill a lot of civilians because the machinery was not that exact, But nowadays, because of the
Yes.
modernization of the war machines, they minimize the collateral damage, but they cannot just
Or,
remove it altogether. Yes, you were saying? Mm-hmm.
yeah, with the help of drones,
Yes.
nowadays they can kill exactly
The enemy, you mean?
whoever they want.
Yeah, yes, you're right. Yes, exactly. But you know, this is not war is not the only place where they use the term collateral damage. They use it in business too. Okay, for example, um, usually there is takeover in business. I'm not sure if you have heard it. You have a company that is not a very strong one. I have a company that's stronger than yours, and because of some tricks that I play, I take over yours. It's something you
Yes.
don't want. It has something to do with the shares. You know, when I have more than 51% of the, I own more than 51% of the shares of your company, then I can claim that your company is mine. You know, something like that. And when I do that, I
Yes.
might want to fire some of your employees. That's a collateral damage.
Yes.
That's a collateral.
آسیب‌های جانبی.
Yeah, in war they call it تلفات جانبی, but yes, if it's business, you can say آسیب‌های جانبی. And in here, in the world of politicians, it doesn't have anything to do with the people, of course. It could be financial, a financial damage. But in
Yes.
here, they actually mean killing of people, also killing of people and destruction of buildings. Okay, so Shirin, would you please go on?
The greater the collateral damage to America's global reputation.
Yes, you know the meaning of global
and to
reputation, right? Global reputation.
Yes.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And to less
No.
fortunate
No.
states.
The pronunciation is? The pronunciation is?
Fortunate.
No, Besat, what is it?
And to less fortunate, states
yes.
and
Fortunate,
people.
yes.
Fortunate.
Mm-hmm.
Fortunate states and peoples who rely on the U.S. and the Western allies to fly the flag for democracy.
Okay. Why does the author say to less fortunate states? What is this to for?
To less less.
For less? No, it's too less.
Two less
fortunate states means for or about less fortunate states and peoples.
Why do you say for or about?
Based on the rest of the sentence.
But you need to pay attention not to the rest, but the sentences before, not the sentences that come after. Pay attention to the punctuation marks, the end dashes,
And
Yeah.
Did you find the answer?
It means for the states and peoples who are less, who are not wealthy.
Yeah, of course.
They are less
fortunate. Just two. Why do we say I'm too less fortunate? Why does the author say too less fortunate? What is this too in here? Because you know less is not a verb, so it's not an infinitive. You have to go back to the beginning of the sentence. It starts from but. Read it to yourself, see if you can find the answer.
What?
And less fortunate. Yes. So, first, he said, but the to America's global first he mentioned something for America's global reputation. Then it wants to express something that happens specifically for less fortunate states and peoples.
Yes, very good. But what is to?
It's a preposition.
Yeah. I mean, why is it here? Go a little bit back, you'll find the answer.
Damage to.
Very good. Yes. Yes, exactly. شیرین چرا هر وقت که داری درست میگی یواش میگی؟ damage to یا میگی نه. Okay, that's correct. Okay. Damage to. We say damage to something.
Less.
Exactly. Damage to something. ضرری که به یه چیزی وارد میشه. به وجه آمریکا مثلا. And یه امدش اینجاست. And the damage to less fortunate states. که حالا اونو به قرینه معنایی حذفش کرده. Okay? And to less fortunate states. Shirin, what does states mean in here?
States. The ایالت ها دیگه. States.
No. Not United States, no. Because, you know, before that, the author mentioned to America's global reputation. So he means all the 51 states. So in here, states doesn't mean ایالت. Behzad?
States, government?
Not exactly.
Like
No. Maybe I wanted to say states like, you know, the 50 states of the United States. But now I want to change it to maybe the situation or America's...
No. Shirin, first you said government. Did you mean the US government?
Yes.
No, well, again, America's global reputation that covers it.
It's not about the states of America, like, for example, Georgia.
No. Of course, you have to read the next paragraph to make sure, but in here it means other countries. State also means country. It depends on the context. In here, it means country. And by a less fortunate state, the author actually means Palestine. Of course, it is covered in the next paragraph. But state doesn't only mean eyalat or province. It also means country.
Here it means country.
Yes, country. And peoples. Shirin, why is it peoples? You've always heard people. Just no S. People is plural.
It's some special community. And like some, for example, Muslims and Christians. یه قبیله و
You mean minorities?
طایفه و
You mean minorities?
Yes.
Yes, exactly. Not just minorities, but yes, when we say peoples, when we pluralize it, we mean different kinds of them. Black, white, Muslim, you know, different minorities, ethnic groups, exactly. Yes, different kinds of them.
Human beings.
Yes, exactly. Who rely on the US. Sure, we had this before. What does rely mean? Rely on. What does it mean?
Rely on.
Yeah, in English. Say it in
Trust.
English.
Trust. Trust.
It doesn't exactly mean trust. When you rely on somebody, What do you do?
Rely on somebody. You you
Dependent.
Very good. You're
depend.
closer. Yes. Yes, you need them. When you're dependent on them, you need them.
Need them.
You need them. You need their support.
Mhm.
If you don't have their support, you won't be successful. You won't be able to solve your problem. You could rely on your doctor, for example, if you're sick or something. So, who rely on the
Okay.
US and the Western allies. Sharon, I want you to say this. Allies is the plural form of the word
Of Ali, ally,
very
A
good.
L double
Yes, double,
Y.
not double. Double is
Double.
this. See, it's another word. It means something else. This one is double. Okay, so allies. What's that in Farsi?
A friend.
Yeah, in Farsi.
Like friend.
Farsi. Behzad, in Farsi, allies.
Hello?
Yes, I can hear you. What's allies in Farsi?
همپیمان.
Yes, متحدین همپیمانها. Yes, exactly. Of course, in war, we had allies, and the other group was what? I forgot the name. متحدین و متفقین. In the World War, that was allies and what? I forgot the other group. Okay, that's allies, متحدین or همپیمانها. To fly the flag for democracy. Can you explain that, please, Shireen, in English?
To fly the flag, they follow their rules and they show they are allies.
No. What
with
does this part mean? To fly the flag for democracy.
fly the flag for democracy. I know in Farsi, but
No,
I
in
can't
English.
explain. To fly the flag for democracy.
To stand for democracy.
Yes, exactly.
To put up.
Yes. No, not to put up. Put up means to tolerate. No. What Bezat said. Yes, exactly. You show that you support that. You support democracy. When you fly the flag for something, you show that. You usually fly the flag of your country when you're proud of it. So if you're proud of democracy, you do that. So the author is saying that there's a collateral damage to that because of Donald Trump. Okay? Now, Shirin, would you please read the whole paragraph, the first paragraph? Let me scroll up a bit. But slowly. Read it slowly and try to remember everything we talked about today. Eyes averted.
Eyes averted, enemies of democracy thrive while this circus continues.
Yes, circus. And thrive. Don't say thrive. It's not T, it's TH. Thrive. Yes.
So, believe it or not, the world did not stop turning on its axis because of the U.S. election and in swing this. In the age of Donald Trump, narcissism spreads like the plague. But the longer the wrangling continues, the greater the collateral damage to America's global reputation and to less fortunate states and peoples to less fortunate states and peoples who rely on the U.S. and the Western allies.
The stress is on the first syllable.
Allies.
Yes. Allies.
Allies to fly the flag for democracy.
Yes. Bezat, would you please read it first? Read it one more time.
Eyes averted, enemies of democracy thrive while the circus continues. Believe it or not, the world did not stop turning on its axis because of the US election and ensuing disputes. In the age of Donald Trump, narcissism spreads like the plague. But the longer the wrangling continues, the greater the collateral damage to America's global reputation and to less fortunate states and peoples who rely on the US and the Western allies to fly the flag, to fly the flag for democracy.
Yes, exactly. Okay, thank you very much and see you
Thank
next
you very much.
session. Okay, bye-bye.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.